Welcome back, everyone. For today's workout, all you need is a foam roller. You can grab a long one, preferably. If you have a short one, that can work as well. We're gonna get started on top of the foam roller, so you wanna set it up lengthwise. If you have a shorter one, you're gonna start it at the tips of the shoulder blades and lower on down to your back, making sure your head is on the mat. For those that have the long one, come on down with me until your head is nicely supported at the end, and you can feel your tailbone weight heavy at the other end. For now, just rest your hands on your hips. Bring a little more weight to them as you exhale at the mouth. Big breath in, everyone, expanding the ribs. East to west, front and back, and just take a nice passive exhale at the mouth. Just feel the ribs recoil back in, and as they melt a little heavier down to the foam roller underneath you. And do that again, inhale. Expanding the rib cage, and then the ribs start to hug in towards each other and heavy down as much as they can to the foam roller. Maintaining all the natural curves of the spine. One more breath like that. You can now rest your arms long beside you. So as you find a little more stillness, I want you to start to reach those arms up to the ceiling. Have your palms face away so they face forward, and bend those elbows like a W shape, and then extend your arms back up. 2 more times. You're gonna bend the elbows, nice wide collarbones here. Maybe the elbows touch, maybe they don't. Good, and then if you can settle those elbows down as best you can, we're gonna keep them down. And then you're gonna have your palms face the ceiling by opening up the W shape. So now there's a W shape facing the ceiling, and then you're gonna think of an M shape, hands come towards the ground. And you'll do that a few more times, just opening up here through the pecs, through the chest, and feeling some mobility in those shoulders. So you'll feel those scapulas kind of start to wing out. And then flatten back out. 2 more like this. Just feeling and noticing which way feels a little stickier. And no rush at all, you'll meet me in that W shape, and you'll float the W shape up so your elbows are off the ground. Take a big breath, and you're gonna send your arms all the way back above the head. And as you settle those ribs down, you're gonna bend those elbows back to the W shape. So arms raise up over the head, keeping those back ribs connected to the mat, and then bend the elbows. Wide collarbones here, keep going. So you're just reaching, arms up above the head, and then elbows down beside you. 2 more. Breathe. Decompress. Let those shoulders just melt away, literally away from each other. And let them settle to either side of that foam roller. Good, and then we're gonna close that W shape. So palms in, and then palms open. Just a few more. Just trying to find that mobility there. Closing in on the arms. Really feeling the scapulas hug that foam roller. Good. 1 more like that. Good, now hold them in. You're gonna reach those arms above the head and draw little circles. So now, I'm just gonna draw tiny circles in one direction. Elbows open, elbows come in. And then you'll reverse the direction of those circles, just arm circles. Reversing the circle. 1 more. Good, and you'll rest your arms heavy to the floor. Good, palms down. From here, walk your feet in so they're around sits bones distance apart, right? Take a big breath here. Just gonna gently hug the navel back. At the bottom of that exhale, you're gonna bring your right leg to tabletop. Good, extend your right toes to the ceiling. Good, bend it, and place your right foot down. Take a breath. Exhale, navel hugs back, your left leg comes to tabletop, toes up, bend, and extend. See if you can make that a little smoother. So you're gonna exhale, right toes to the ceiling, march that right foot down, left toes to the ceiling, and back down. 1 more to each side. Try to maintain even weight on both sides of the pelvis. And no rush at all, you'll meet me with your right leg up next one. Good, flex the foot. Good, lower that leg down, around knee height, maybe a little lower, and then you're gonna reach it back up. So you're gonna lengthen that leg out, You're gonna point and lift it up. Keep going, flex, and exhale, lift. Reach it away, and bottom lock kick. Good, try to find that stability, try not to rock too much. You got 3, 2, good, last one. You're gonna rest that right leg all the way down to the floor. Flex those toes and reach your left arm above the head. Just gonna take a pause here and find a little more length from hand to foot. Good, and then you'll take that left hand behind the head, adding on. Take a breath. You're gonna curl the head, heart, and shoulders up and reach that right leg up. When the right leg lowers, you rest your head back down. Again, exhale, you curl up, and you inhale, lengthen down. So if you think this is a little rocky, you could really use that opposite arm, your right forearm, and gently press it down to the mat to help support you. Good, or just continue with those kicks. This will be your last round. You got 4. Lengthen head away from tail. You have 3. Try to maintain a neutral pelvis here, right? Last 2. Little light in that lower back. 1. Good, and you can rest the arms back down. Good, and send those left toes to the ceiling. Again, we'll flex the foot. We'll lengthen it away from our midline, and then kick it back up. Exhale, flex, lengthen it, and lift it up. A few more here, just noticing how the low abdominals kind of pull the brakes so you're less wobbly on that foam roller. 2. 1. Lengthen that left leg long, let it settle here. Reach your right arm up and then settle it all the way back. So you're thinking of flexing that left foot good, stretching that heel away from your bum. Take a moment to settle those ribs down. And then that right hand comes behind your head, repeating the same move with the curl. So you're gonna curl up, exhale, look towards those hips, and then lengthen back. Exhale, and inhale. Keep going. Lengthen away. Exhale to curl. Try not to pull on that neck. Everything's meeting in your midline. Good. 1 more. I think we need 1 more. And you can rest it down. Hands back down, feet down. So just give yourself a little bridge here. So I want you to gently tuck the tailbone under, right? Now your low spine is finding the foam roller, and just ground down to the feet and just lift your hips up. Your sternum and rib cage maintain weight to the foam roller. Take a pause here. Squeeze those cheeks, and then you're gonna slowly articulate the spine as much as you possibly can, all the way back down with a heavy tail. You'll do that a few more times. So you'll scoop the low belly and you'll curl your pubic bone towards the navel, and you're gonna lift those hips up. Again, squeezing those cheeks. Ribs stay heavy, and then you'll articulate the rest of the spine on down. Good, 1 more just like that. Easy breezy neck. Think of reaching the crown of the head away from the tail as you melt that spine down. Good, so the next time and last time you're gonna curl up, we'll stay up. Just this little bridge. Again, lengthening those knees forward. You'll reach your arms back up to the ceiling. So again, palms face away. You'll do that same exercise with the elbows bending and extending. Elbows bend. So you're just squeezing that butt, maintaining length through that lower lumbar as you really tuck and scoop those low abs in. Just stretching those arms towards the ceiling. Don't overextend. You want to keep those scapulas hugging the foam roller. Just a few more. Good. 3. Heavy ribs. 2. 1. Meet me in that W. Palms face back. Reach those arms back. And then keep them lengthened back, and then slowly articulate the spine down. Keep your arms stretching in opposition. Keep reaching the tail away from the crown of the head. And then arms down. Good. Right leg to tabletop. Left leg to tabletop. So maintaining those shins parallel to the ceiling. Again, feel the ribs soften in and down. Good. Right leg will extend out to a high diagonal. You may lower it. Just know, be mindful that the back doesn't pop off the foam roller. Bring it back in towards your midline. Left leg will extend and bend. So continue here in your single leg stretch. And as we get comfortable, with the bottom half, I'd love for you to maybe think about curling the head up. So just a gentle press into those forearms. You're gonna curl up, eyes on those hips. You're gonna send those legs out. And if you're feeling nice and steady in the sacrum and that pelvis, maybe you'll start to pick it up, right? So right leg will extend, take a big breath in, and maybe you'll pass through center. And they brush through center. And maybe that knee gets closer to your chest. Good, keep reaching out with that opposite leg. Reach it out long. You got 5. You got 4. You have 3, 2, 1. Knees in. Pause. One foot down, the other foot down, and rest. Good. One more thing. Laying on this foam roller like this, your right leg will come up to the ceiling. Take a breath. Your left leg will extend out. So quite like a scissor. Take a big breath here. On your exhale, you're gonna switch your legs. And you'll switch again. Try to straighten those legs. Inhale, exhale, switch. So now we're gonna play around with curling the head up. So you're gonna inhale, pause, and when you exhale, you're gonna switch those legs and curl up. Eyes on your hips. Switch legs, lower your spine down. Exhale, curl up, check with those square hips. Inhale, lengthen the spine down. 3 more like this, exhale. And inhale. 2 more, exhale. Inhale. 1 more. You got it, and rest. So we're gonna do that again, just the other side. It's shorter. Left leg up, take a breath. Exhale, right leg out. So you're gonna scissor. When you curl up, exhale, lift. Left leg up, head down, breathe in. Exhale, switch. Curl up. Inhale, lengthen back. Exhale, curl up. Just a few more, reach it back. Inhale. Exhale, curl it up. Just 2 more, reach it out. Lengthen. Exhale. Last one, breathe in. Exhale. And rest. Feet down. Take a moment and maybe open up those arms out to a T shape. Let your head gently rock from side to side. Decide which side you're gonna fall off to. That's the leg you're gonna extend forward. And you'll lower, roll off to that side, and then you'll slip that foam roller out and stay low. Enjoy this feeling. I feel like I've been sunk into the floor. Good job. Settle here for a second. Nice, and then you're gonna lift your hips up. And you're gonna slide the foam roller underneath you. And then again, ribs stay pretty heavy here. Tailbone, again, lengthening so your pelvis is in neutral. Good, and then once again, you'll send those toes to the ceiling, but now both toes. Good, so externally rotate your thighs. From here, you're gonna inhale, open up those legs out to the sides of the room. Flex the toes and exhale, close them. Point the toes, take a breath in, open those legs out. Flex the toes and close. Keep going, reaching out with those toes. Feel those upper inner thighs take you home. Point, open. Exhale, hug the belly to spine as you send those heels together. 2 more like this, 2. Exhale. 1 more. Now I want you to come to neutral. Good. You can point your toes. Your right leg is gonna lower down towards the floor. Now I want you to externally rotate your thighs. Now let's play around with this external rotation. You're gonna keep the external rotation. Both feet are gonna head to their opposite directions. So right foot out to the right, left foot out to the left, and you'll draw a circle. I think we'll call it a half circle. Hold here, now your right leg's on top, and then you'll send it back in the other direction. Right leg goes back to where it was, left leg goes back to the top. Do that 1 more time. Good. And back around. Good, now you're gonna pause here, keep those legs straight, and you're gonna slice for 3. Slice 2, slice 1. Now your right leg's on top. Keep those legs straight, keep the external rotation, send them away. Left leg will come up. Open. Right leg back up to the top. And 1 more time. Hold, and you'll slice for 3. You'll slice for 2. You'll slice for 1. And rest. Feet down. That was helicopter. Good job. Good. You're gonna lift those hips up, and you're gonna take the foam roller out and sit your hips down. Good. hug your knees into the chest. Maybe curl the head up and you just rock and roll up to seated. Nice work. So let's get a little rotation here in the thoracic spine. So you're gonna meet me on all fours with the shoulders right on top of those wrists, knees underneath the hips. So you're gonna inhale, lift your heart, lift that tail, and then you're gonna exhale, push down to that foam roller, scoop and round the spine. 1 to 2 more breaths here, just opening up here, allowing that belly to soften a bit. Really feeling a nice stretch through the shoulder blades as you round. Try not to move that foam roller too much. Good, and then from here, you're gonna send your hips gently back and reach the foam roller forward. So we're in this nice crease in our hips, neutral spine. Keep your right hand on the foam roller, left hand behind your head. You're gonna take a breath, you're gonna open that left elbow, chest press to the left, and you're gonna exhale, spiral that left elbow towards your right wrist. Doesn't have to touch, so you're gonna inhale, just a gentle opening here. Exhaling to close. One more to the side. Come back to neutral, hand down. Right hand behind the head again. Really flare those sit bones, press down out those knees. Right arm opening out, look right. Open up, exhale, spiral to that left wrist. Again, inhale. And exhaling. 2 more. And exhaling. 1 more. Back to neutral. And both hands down. Good. From here, take it with you, along with you. And you're gonna come up to a high kneel. So you're gonna grab either side of that foam roller. Again, maintain a neutral spine. Watch this. We tend to arch the back, really close those bottom ribs. And then from here, you just take a gentle side bend to one side. Keep that opposite knee heavy. Take a pause. And then use that exhale to come back up to tall. And then take another side bend to the opposite side. Keep those ribs softening down your belly. And come on up. So as we breathe, really feel those back ribs expand, lengthen through both sides of your waist. So you're not thinking of going down, you're thinking of going out. Exhaling up to the top. 2 more. And 1 more. And then you will come on down. Good. So from here, keep the foam roller where it is, and you're gonna take your ankles on top of it. Perfect. So the feet out in front of you, your hands can be fingertips facing out, or your fingertips can face in towards your bum. We're basically gonna do a reverse plank. So you're gonna push down into that foam roller, and you're gonna lift your hips up here. Shoulders over wrists, gaze is forward, glutes are strong. We're holding and breathing for 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and sit your butt down. Let's aim for 2 more tries of this. Again, maybe switch out the arm placement. Maybe your fingertips are reaching to the sides of the space. I'll go along with that for the second round. Lift those hips up. You're holding. Really push down to those palms. You can lift out of those shoulders. 2 more seconds. 1, and come on down. So the last variation, I'm gonna add on a little bit. If it's not for you, you're just gonna hold and try to find and build that strength. Going to your last variation, you're gonna lift those hips up, take a pause, looking straight ahead. Maybe one leg is gonna float up and lengthen back down, exhale, on the opposite leg. So your goal is to maintain those hips square the ceiling and the height of the hips as your right leg lowers and lifts, as your left leg lowers and lifts. If you give me 1 more to each side, that'd be great. Hold, breathe, hips out, and set your butt down. Good job. Shake out those wrists. Shake, shake, shake. Last thing we're gonna do, we're gonna be off our wrists. We're gonna find a forearm plank. What I'd love for you to try is keep the foam roller towards mid-shin, above the ankles here. So in order to find a full plank, we can all start with a modified plank. So again, foam roller towards the shins, shoulders, more importantly, right over those elbows. Try not to let your chest sink to the floor. So you're pushing down now with those forearms. Tuck the tailbone under, push down to that foam roller with the shins, and extend your knees. So again, you might need to adjust. From here, maintaining the height of the pelvis, you're gonna pull the low abs in, the foam roller comes in. So it's just a little pull in on the breath in, and you're gonna lengthen the foam roller back out. Your gaze is forward. Don't look towards the knees. Keep reaching the chest forward as those knees come in towards you. Try to give me 4. More. 3, 2, 1 more. The knees come in, you rest them down. You can rest for a second. We got one more variation. So this next variation, I'm gonna ask you to stay in a modified plank. So you might need to shimmy that foam roller a little up more, and then you're gonna press those hips forward. Now from here, you're gonna find that plank and hold. Full plank. If you need to be on your forearms, that's totally fine. From here, I ask you to pull those knees in and hold. Lift your hips up a little higher, lower your hips down, send it out. Knees in, hips up, knees down, rest it out. Keep going. So knees in, scoop and lift. Knees back to the hover, reach it out. 2 more. Knees in, scoop to lift. Knees hover, back out. Last one. Pull in, scoop to lift. And back out. Hold and knees down. Good job. Take the foam roller out, send it forward, and take a nice proper child's pose. Hands can rest, wrists on top of the foam roller. Drop that forehead down. Breathe. Feel those hips sink heavier to the floor every exhale. Rise up, bring that foam roller towards you. And you, friends, are all done. Nice work. Oh, wow. Okay, show me.